Hi Sagittarius, how are you? How's things? I'm Eriu and welcome to Eriu Tarot Readings. As always my lovelies, you're very welcome here to your March 2018 reading. So to all of my old subscribers, hello, I'm so happy to see you again. How have things been? I know I didn't put out any content for February because I was just really busy. That's all I can say. It was like I don't think I ate a lot. I don't think I slept much. I know I didn't sleep much, but I was working away on various projects and whatnot. So I'm sorry that I didn't get to put out anything because I wanted to, but I just didn't have the time, and it meant that I didn't even get sleep at times. And I just thought, well, if I'm not working off a decent vibration, I can't give you a decent reading. You know what I mean? I don't like doing that. I don't think it's productive. And to my new subscribers, new viewers, hello, you're very welcome here. This is a tucha. Tucha in Oscuelga, which means in Irish, means it's a tribe. So welcome to the tucha. You're very welcome here. Yes, so long intros, eh? I even don't like doing them this long, but hey. So I will tell you it straight now. If you're an old viewer, you know this. If you're a new viewer, I'll tell you now. This more than likely won't completely resonate with you. Straight up, it probably won't, because it's a general reading. It's not kind of targeted for your particular energy, right? Because there's so many people that I'm reading for. So not to worry though. Whatever resonates with you, when you hear it, when you go, huh, that's interesting, that kind of feels like that's for you. If it's not for you, you're listening, you're going, it's not really for me, that's fine. Tell you what, just pass on the good love and message to someone else, yeah, because they might need to hear it. So that is what we do. Also, check out your moon and the rising sign if it doesn't fully resonate, because that's cool to check out those videos too. It's not a problem. We always get stuck in our sun sign, and that's just a very small fraction of what makes us, right? And get yourselves a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, something stronger if you wish, your dinner, your lunch, whatever, wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing. This is time for you. Take time out for yourself and for us to have a little conversation. Interesting. Speaking of conversations and love. Sagittarius, what is up? Yeah, because this is really about, I'm a yapper. And I believe in dialogue, I believe communication, and I believe in talking to people. So if you find yourself answering me back while watching this video, don't worry, it's perfectly natural. A lot of my viewers do that as well, alright? So don't worry. But just make time for yourself to listen and to have a chat with me about what's going on for your March. Now, doing something a little bit different. This particular reading, I haven't done this before. It's called Divining Myself. Define, but divine, like divine timing, divine energy. It's that. So what does that mean when you're divining yourself? So this is a spread for people who need help in getting to know themselves, where they're at now, who want to kind of understand where they're at right now within themselves and maybe externally a little bit, and also your motivations. So this is all for March. So I thought about doing a love reading and I went, nah, right? Nah, let's stick with the individual journey. Let's look at all of it. So what I'd like you to do first and foremost is to ask yourselves a question out loud. And this reading may or may not resonate, or may answer your question or may not answer your question. But let's just see if it does, because I'm keeping this quite wide and open. This can reflect family, friends, finances, work, study, love, and all aspects, right? So this pertains to you, whatever way you feel. And as always, I will go through the different positions and how the cards pertain to those positions. This is an 8-card spread. It's lovely. You guys are my fifth one to do. Oh, so oh bugger, what am I doing? So I think it's worked quite well with the other signs, and I hope you like it. Let me know if you like it. Put in the comment section below after you've watched it, yeah? Okay, we good? We good? Let's go. Right, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth positions. Now, this is you, your first position. You right now. You right now in March. You for a lot of March. Now, your energies will change and flow throughout March, but this is you currently. What does this mean? Two of Cups. Right, well, this is interesting because, sorry, I'm just going to take a sip of tea. The Eight of Rods came out for you guys, which is about like Cupid shooting its bow and arrow, ping, 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 its bows at certain people. And actually, you had that a lot in January, if I recall, in the single readings, the single love reading, and maybe even the couple reading. But I definitely remember single love, and you guys were like, you were aiming that arrow. You were like, where, pow, pow, and you're just letting those bows go, arrows even. And this is kind of similar. So the card that fell out for you when I was shuffling was that love communication card, right? Honing in on something and just sending it a lot of love, a lot of love. Whatever communication platform that might be, right? From tying a romantic love note to a pigeon's leg and sending it off and hope to God it actually gets there. Smoke signals, or something a bit more contemporary, WhatsApp, right? Viber, one of those. And now, Two of Cups, this is you right now. So for some of you, you may have encountered someone, so I'm going to try and keep as broad as I can, right? But because Two of Cups, I really have to go with the flow. And this is about you seeing someone for who they really are. This could be a friend that you've known for some time, between 2 and 10 years. That sounds quite a long time, but there's a definite friendship that's developed there. Now, for some of you, maybe a new encounter, I don't really feel it though. I feel like you already know this person, or you feel like you know this person. Or if it is a new person that's come in, this is about you having this kind of, whoa, we get each other. That was easy. You know, there wasn't any weird, oh, do we kind of, it just connects, just like that. And that's how it is. It's because you guys are on the same wavelength, vibrationally, you kind of get each other, even if you are different. Even if your processes are different, it doesn't matter. The fact that there's this undercurrent of understanding, mutual respect and understanding between the two of you. And that is what is here. And this person has really caught your eye, Sagittarius, to the point where you're like, why do I'm going to go over here and I'm going to look at other people. Yeah, because, you know, I'm not going to be tied down. Yeah. So, what is it about you? And you just keep getting pulled towards this person. It's like you're trying to scrutinize and see what it is exactly about them, why you're drawn to them. Listen, you could have reasons and you could find them. You may not. But the fact of the matter is there is a spiritual bonding and understanding between the two of you. Your souls understand and see one another. That's the important thing. That's you at the moment. Right. So let's have a look at, we'll keep going because I could keep going on and on about this. But I really just want to bring out your whole month for you. So the second position here. Oh, by the way, they're very kind of quiet. Don't mistake their quietness or them being subdued and reserved as a lack of interest. They are merely observing you because they're not quite sure of what this is that they feel. All right? Extra message. Second position here. Now this one. What bugs you, Sagittarius? What's annoying the crap out of you? For my new viewers, my old viewers know this. I swear the odd time. Just to give you a heads up, if you don't like that at all, I'm probably not the tarot reader for you, but I mean, if you don't mind a bit of swearing, sure, that's fine then. Stay with me, stick with us. Now, second position, what bugs you? Some of you may say swearing. Right on if you did, I deserved it, but what's really bugging you now, Sagittarius? What's going on? What's annoying you? King of Pentacles, right. Now, this could be a father figure in your life. It could be a boss. It's someone who is within the hierarchical structure, be it within your family or workplace or love or wherever. Now, I'm hearing granddad and I'm hearing like dad or uncle, right? Someone of that level. Someone who is your elder as such, possibly. Or it could just be someone that's older than you. So you've got Pentacle energy ruled by Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn. And this is all the beautiful earthly elements. This is having a good foundation, having your feet on the ground, creating roots, making sure that wherever you step, you feel solid in your decision making, right? And you want the best outcome. This person or these qualities don't rush in like the fire signs, like yourselves. These people, they take their time, they watch, they observe, they make the right decisions. For a lot of you, this could be Virgo or Taurus. I feel really could be Taurus. And then I lean more and then this is like, oh, hold on. There's a lot of Virgo going on here. Now, it also could be someone that holds those traits of these beautiful earthly elements. So this is saying, what's bugging you now at the moment is someone who may be over you in your job, or maybe within your family, or even just, do I dare say, an opponent within this love match. Someone who doesn't fully agree with this joining. Now, it could be someone that you're against for this particular person, or it could be that person's elder as well. Something's not sitting right with them. They're being very quiet and they're observing you, and they're people of very few words, but when they say something, they're concrete and they mean it. So you feel like when they have something to say, it's of value, because they don't just speak off the top of their heads. They don't let words just roll off their tongue. They make deliberate decisions on what they say, and they mean it. So this is what's bugging you at the moment. Wherever this could be, in whatever area of your life, Sagittarius, this person may be just slightly grating on you because you're quite vivacious and you like people that kind of can bubble up beside you, right? And you just feel that kind of childlike spirit with them. And this person doesn't feel like that. I keep hearing wah wah, like stroking the mud, and sometimes the earthly elements and earthly zodiac signs get this stigma that they are stuck in the mud. But this person just has their own way of doing things, but they're watching you. Be just careful. I don't think there's anything bad about them, but what I'd say is be careful of your conduct. I think what's bothering you is the fact that you feel like this person is so opposite to you, and you're like, where's the middle ground? Why can't I find the middle ground? Well, there's always a middle ground to be found. You just have to be patient. Now, the third position here. What? Sagittarius, what do you like about yourself? That can be a bit of a tricky one, can't it? We always know what we don't like because we focus on that. But when someone asks, what do you like about yourself? What's something good about you? You're like, oh, well, I am a nice person. I do things for the environment. I'm very charitable. No. Well, let's figure it out, shall we? What do you like about yourself, particularly in the month of March for 2018? Four of Swords. Okay. Sword energy. It's your opposite complementing sign, which is air, or element I should say, which is air, and that's Aquarius, Libra and Gemini. What you like about yourself, it's interesting, is that you have learned how to take care of yourself that little bit better. Now, Leo had this card in a different position, but I was like, cool your jets, Leo. You're firing on all cylinders. You've already surpassed that. You've learned that life lesson, that there's only so much, no matter how strong you are, in body, in mind, in spirit and emotion, that there's only so much that you can actually take on at a time. And what you've learned is to scale back, choose things, being very particular about those things, and deciding to move forward with those things you choose, and realizing that just because you said no to something doesn't mean you're missing out. That's very, very important. And to be happy in your decision making in that sense, because you've got to put yourself first. I feel like for some of you, your body has taken a bit of a hit lately. Now, it could be due to the weather. Like, I'm in Dublin right now and the snow is piling up as we speak. And sometimes people are just getting sick, and that's just what happens. Other times I feel like it's more that you've pushed yourself, you've been working too hard, Sagittarius, and you've been feeling this coming for a long time, and you may just boom, get sick. But I think this is more of a case where you're going, before I get really sick, I need to chill out, I need to rest, I need to say no. And there's nothing wrong with hibernating for some time and giving back to yourself, eating what you want, lying in bed till whatever time, reading your books, watching TV, watching Netflix, going through box sets. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, nothing. Sometimes you just need that exclusion, right? You need to push life back and say, no, I'm not even going near my phone. Don't want to know, not interested. And so I think what you like about yourself now is, however hard that lesson was that needed to be learned, you've learned it and you're implementing that in a very good structure for your life. So, very nice. Now, fourth position. What you don't like about yourself. What do you not like? Well, let's see, shall we? Three of Rods. Interesting. Three of Rods. Rods is your energy. So your fire energy is finally coming in. It's about compassion, passion, love, lust, responsibility, commitment to a lot of sense as well. And creativity and spirituality. What you don't like about yourself is that even though You are go-getters. You are chasers. You are achievers. You go for what you want. You run. You're the Sagittarius. You're half man, half horse. You're like, boom, and you run after it. What you don't like at times is that sometimes with things, some things you can be very cut and dry about. And you know it and you're fine. You're happy to make those decisions. Other things you have a lot more patience for. Sometimes that is with certain people in your life. You have a lot of patience for them. And what you don't like is that patience being exhausted by other people. People taking advantage of you in certain senses. Or opportunities that you give to people. And them not coming in enough, fast enough for you. Or those people who make decisions that you, not that you give your power to, but when you give them, allow them to take the reins. Emotionally and spiritually, whatever, creatively. That they don't put in the work or take the time or consideration to come back to you appropriately. Does that make sense? Do you hear? Are you picking up what I'm putting down, Sagittarius? There are some people in your life that will take advantage of your good nature. Sometimes it can be water signs. Now, if you're a water sign cross watching, I'm not throwing you in the fire here. I'm just saying that as a combination, sometimes the fire and water spark that within one another, and it can be seen at certain times. I'm not bastardizing anyone. Please don't write me and comment being like, oh, you said this about water signs. I love water signs. I just gave all my love to the last like 3 videos of water signs I did. But I'm saying that sort of combination can sometimes bring this out in people. It just happens, right? Chemistry within people interacts and reacts, and that's it. But this in particular is about you being taken advantage of, or feeling like you've been waiting patiently for too long for something, and you're starting to not be happy about this because you're starting to feel like your power is being taken away from you. Now, your power, excuse me, I personally believe that your power can never actually really be taken away from you. Even at times you feel like the other person has the power. They have their power, but you'll always have yours. You can't really give it to anyone unless you choose to. And this is about you saying, I don't feel like I'm fully in my power here because of the situation that I'm in, the scenario that I'm in. I'm waiting for that apology. I'm waiting for that contact. I'm waiting for something to come in. Say you want to be with me or you don't want to be with me. You want to be part of my family, you don't. You want me to have the job, or you're offering me the job or you're not offering the job. Whatever it is. You feel like your good nature is being taken advantage of. And that's what you don't like about yourself right now. Because whatever this is has exhausted time. There has been a time lapse way beyond what you'd normally give anything else. Right? And you're still waiting though, and you're gritting your teeth and you're not saying anything. Maybe you don't feel it's the right time to say something. Maybe the right time is coming in for you. But what I will say is, if you feel like this is just someone's like having a joke now, like this is too much and you've gone too far, speak your truth. If this is something of a business venture, wait it out. Wait for them to get back to you. And if they don't, and you definitely want clarity, you get onto them. You hear what I'm saying? Okay. Right, your 5th card, which is in the very centre, it's very hard for everything, is your talent. So we may think we know what our talent is, but do we really? So what is talent? Natural ability, right? And then the other 50% is hard work. So let's see what your talent is. No. This is not a talent. This is not a talent. Okay, so Sagittarius, are you aware that one of your strongest things about you as a human being, never mind if you're man or woman, child or old, it doesn't matter. One of the strongest things you have as a human being is your thought processes and your ability to be very logical in how you think through things. Your ability to think, your mental capacity and your mental operations are something that people don't always acknowledge you for, but behind the scenes are constantly running and are very, very strong. So are you aware that one of your greatest assets is your brain, your mind, how you think? Are you aware that one of your greatest hindrances is your brain, your mind, how you think? This is about this. This is the Nine of Swords. I don't like this card, but this card is coming up for you for a reason, so let's talk through this. Nine of Swords, we've talked about swords right here, okay? Some of you may have Gemini, Libra, or even Aquarius throughout your chart, and this is what fuels this ability and agility of the mind. This is saying things are keeping you up at night. You're lacking in sleep, maybe even insomnia. You've got things running around your head that's not allowing you to fully relax and be in the zone and into yourself, and to just even have a good night's sleep. So some of you, if this isn't a case of where you're having insomnia or things aren't what's the word I'm looking for? Restricting your sleep, then it's the case of saying that, but even the minute you wake up, you start thinking of this again. This is about things, events, people, words that have been said towards you are on your mind, and you can't seem to bloody well shake them. Now, your talent is, well, what is intelligence, right? Intelligence is your ability to retain information, right? And then you go on to higher levels of intelligence, how to look at arguments, contrast and compare, all that. So you have that ability. But the problem is that some of this information or memories or words that you have that you're retaining now beyond the point of where they should be. This is saying you're giving energy to something that has happened to you, and this may very well be you've learned how to be like this because of this. Your ability to remember things, memories, words, poetry, whatever, things people have said to you, events. Your ability to remember that is so strong. And that is your talent, but what you're not letting go of are the things you need to let go of. The more you breathe life into these memories, the stronger the energy gets, and they will overpower you. And when it's in the mind, it can feel just so damaging. For me, this is saying know your talent, which is what I just said, your ability to retain information. That is intelligence. But you have to learn, and this is all part of it, how to let go of some of the things that no longer serve you, that pierce your mind. Okay? And if you're really struggling with this, you need to say it out loud, or you need to speak to someone, or you need to speak to whoever you feel like is taking your power. Because it's time to just drop all them. Drop all of them. This worry, anxiety, impossible fear, mental anguish that you're experiencing is because you need to learn to let go of the things that don't serve you. And that may be speaking your truth to whoever is connected to this. Or even this person. You hear what I'm saying, Sagittarius? Yeah. Not a great card to have, but as I always say, even with cards that don't seem like they're good cards, you can always learn something from it. So let's learn from this, yeah? Be aware at the points where you need to shut it down. It needs to be shut down completely. Some of you may also be experiencing headaches, or you feel like your vision is kind of changing. You're like, what? I know I needed glasses, but I feel like I can't see anything. It's all connected, guys. Also, if some of you are getting pains in your jaw, this is also connected to headaches and face pains and facial spasms. Be aware of that, because your anxiety is going through your jaw. You're tensing your jaw. What you're doing is, all right, I'm going to get very clinical now. There is a nerve that goes around your jawline, okay? So this is, we'll use him. It's a nerve that goes around your jawline, yeah? Around here, okay? And once it hits around here, your temporomandibular joint, right? It breaks out into 5 branches which go across the head. This happens either side. So if you're experiencing jaw problems, or you're tensing up your jaw and you're wondering why you're getting headaches, it's because that tension there is putting pressure on this particular nerve, and those 5 branches either side are uneasy and creating a headache, okay? That's just a little bit of something from me to you, right? Personal experience. So we'll keep going on, right? We're aware of this now. We know what to do. Good, good, good. Now, 6th position. What is this? This is temptation. So what's tempting you? All right, temptation doesn't necessarily mean that we go towards the thing that's tempting us, all right? It just means there's something on the corner that's catching our eye, and we're like, what's that about? You know? It's like there's a little devil on your shoulder. It can be quite nice at times. But what is it? Queen of Rods. Well, now. Queen of Rods. Now. I just heard in my head Black Magic Woman by Santana, isn't it? Got a black magic woman. You know that one? That's Santana, I think. Yeah. Write your comments below. Make sure I'm right on that, because I like my music, but sometimes I forget names of things. So let me know if that is Santana, Black Magic Woman. Now, well, I mean, what's tempting you here, Sag? Just because it's a queen, remember, it doesn't matter. Gender is not specific. We embody both queen and king energies. Masculine and feminine, chiaroscuro, yin and yang. Right? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about sex. There is someone who... my lord. How do I put this? I'm just find the words. There's someone that has piqued your interest. Not this one. This is someone else. This is a soul thing. This is sexy times and love times. This is Barry White baby making music time. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. Someone has come in and put their stamp on things. This person has a very strong energy. I almost feel like they appear feminine, but they're masculine on the inside. You know that way? And vice versa as well. It doesn't matter. But that's what it feels like. It's that strong presence. It's that lioness on the prowl. The lion on the prowl. They've come in and they've piqued your interest. They've piqued more than your interest, because they're looking straight at you and you're aware of this. And you're like, I don't know about... Is this right? For some of you it could be your workplace. For others just could be love in general. Family, doesn't matter. Friends, whatever, doesn't matter. But they've come in and they've made themselves very known to you. And when I say that, you know what I mean. It's either through their eyes, how they conduct their conversations with you, or how they make their presence known to you. Yes. Not always words, but presence and energy. And this could be a love reading for you guys. This could be X stuff here, by the way. I just want to say that. This is saying this is your temptation. Now, three-party scenarios in romance. Do I agree with them? Nah, but they happen, and sometimes they just happen. But I would say to you, take a step back from this and think about this a bit more, Sagittarius. What do you want? Do you want a soul connection with someone who understands your inner workings, or do you want a good time? This won't last, you understand? This could be a person that's older than you, by the way. And if you're male and your preference is female, then this is an older person. That's why I think you're kind of like, it makes you a bit shaky, because you're like, this person comes up with so much confidence and experience. And they're very, that it's like, whoa, what do I do with that energy? That's interesting. Very sexually confident as well. So I would say, think about this. This is a major temptation, and I feel you veering over that way, because they're slightly hypnotic. And watch out for it. I don't know, not that I feel like this is ill intention, but they're out for one thing only. They want you. And when people are in that zone of I want you now, I always feel like, well, they're not getting to know you properly, and you're disposable to them. Because the minute, as fast as they feel like you're for them, as fast they just go off people again. And it's like, what do you want? So really this is saying, do you want this? Or do you want this? But don't allow their presence and strength and kind of energy to hinder or take over your decision-making process and all this. I'd also say just be careful about your interaction so much with this person if you're going to go there, because no mixed signals, yeah? No mixed signals. Alright, interesting reading. So, nearly there. Your 7th card is your personal quest. This is quite important, isn't it? What is your personal quest? Jesus, it's like, what is it? Yeah, personal. Let's have a look. 7 of Rods. Right, so Scorpio had this card, but not in this particular area. So Seven of Rods is about fighting the good fight, my friends. Having fought the good fight against opposition, against one person or more than one person, having to stand up for yourself and saying, I have value, I have worth, and you cannot do this to me. And this is about being a soldier. This is about fighting for love in some cases as well. And just being like, I will not let you stop me from where I'm going and what I'm doing or who I love. I won't allow you to do that. And I think that's a very attractive trait to have. Somebody who's just like, I'm going to fight for my family. I'm going to fight for my friends. You know what, I'll take the bullet. And that's very, I mean, that's quite a big thing to do for people. And people don't understand that level of loyalty and sacrifice that we give to them sometimes. And your personal quest is allowing your voice to be heard in a really productive way. And allowing people to know where you're coming from and what you do, how you're going to do it. This is saying you cannot walk over me anymore. I won't allow you to take advantage of me. It's not happening. I speak for myself. You will listen when I speak. That's very strong. That last line was like, and when you deliver that line, the other person just shuts down. So if you are dealing with exes or you're dealing with multiple people in your love life, because it feels like it's more so to love, but remember, whatever question that you asked at the start of this video, let it apply to you. People are going to start listening to what you have to say because you've stood up for yourself. You are standing up for yourself, especially in the month of March. You're not going to, not that Sagittarians are walkovers, but you have a big heart and it's very easy at times for people to manipulate you through that. Once they see that that is the softer side of you, because I don't want to say weaker because it's by no means weak. Once they know that's the softer side to you, they'll go towards that. That's where they fire the target, yeah? No. This is about, as I said, standing up for yourself, what you believe in and what you believe to be true, whatever that is. And I feel like there's just too many people around you, Sagittarius, that aren't fucking listening to you, and it's fucking annoying and I don't like it, and I can see why there's frustration with you sometimes, especially here. Push back. I feel like some of you need a vacation. No more. No more of this bullshit. No more. This is your personal quest this month. Speak your truth, Sag. And I heard fight fire with fire, but I don't always agree with that. You'll know yourself when that is appropriate. But let me tell you, high road plus karma, that takes care of everything, darlings. It really does. Now your last card here. This is your current guardian angel, right? So what does that mean, current guardian angel? Because you think, right, I was born, I've won, right? Well, you've got a lot of people around you on the physical plane, on the spiritual plane. You've got your spiritual fam as well that look out for you. And I like to think that you don't just have one, right? There's people that look out for you and they'll take shifts in being by your side, okay? So you're never really, when people cross over and they venture from the physical into the spiritual, they're going to be by your side as well, okay? So that's how I look at things. So what is, or who or what is your current guardian angel? Let's have a look. Oh, Knight of Pentacles. How lovely. So knights have been coming up quite a bit actually for the signs. So knights are the messengers of the deck. All knights have something to say. They deliver a message. Pentacles, which we already talked about here, earth-like energy. Some of you could have a Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn in your life that is very good at just being by your side and being very strong and almost quietly resilient. Others may just have some sort of traits of those earth-like attributes, earth-like characteristics. Maybe that's what it is. Doesn't matter about sign, I'm just generalizing here. But this person, and I feel like they're in the physical plane, it's very much by your side in what you do, and they give very good advice, and more importantly, they listen to you when you have things to say. Could be male, could be female, it doesn't matter. The important thing is this person, you know yourself, is very solid beside you. This knight is the slowest knight in the entire deck, and by that I mean he doesn't move on the horse. He's the only knight that isn't in motion in the tarot deck. It's crazy, right? But there's a reason for that, because he stops, he looks at the lay of the land, and then he decides on how to move forward. That's something that, Sagittarius, if we're going to generalize you again, or a little bit more, that's something that you may not always have, right? Depending on what's in your chart, all the other signs in your chart. It depends. but it's something that you're a little bit more steadfast, yeah? You kapow, I feel it, it feels good, I go with it. They're going, no, just because it feels good doesn't mean you go with it. What's going on here? Why is this the way it is? Why is this person saying that? Why are they conducting themselves that way? They're very good at compartmentalizing situations and, more importantly, being like a microscope into those situations and people. So they are on your side at the moment. I feel like they're always on your side though. And I think you show them a little bit of love because they're very much here for you. And they're just that kind of extra pair of ears. You know what I mean? Extra set of eyes. Second opinion. Where you may think something or see something, you're adamant on it, and they go, yeah, but what about this? And you go, oh, I didn't think about that. They're that sort of person. So this person in particular for you could be your complete opposite. It doesn't matter. What's important is they're very strong beside you, and like you, they are also a soldier. They've had their own battles and they are willing to move forward with you to create a better life for you. They're there for you. Their loyalty is strong. Never ever question that. Doesn't matter how reserved they may be in themselves, their loyalty is strong. Straight up. But I would just be careful. This one here. Do you want to get chewed up or spit out? Sagittarius is what I want to say. Do you want that? If you do, go for it. If you don't, you better back that shit up. Back that shit up. Okay? Oh, alright, Sag. This has been an interesting reading. This has been your divining yourself. Not define, but divining yourself reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you do, and what I'll do is, if you really like it, I'll go forward again and do it in the month of April for you, yeah? Because I quite enjoy delivering this one, actually. To my old subscribers, thank you for being back with me. To my new subscribers, welcome to the Tuha. So glad you were here with me today. I hope you got some clarity in certain situations in your life. If you dig what I do, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. That'd be awesome. And more importantly, leave comments, because we should take care of one another, and that's why I do this channel, not because I want to make money out of it or anything like that. It's because I want people to reconnect, really reconnect to one another, because I feel like that's such almost like a foreign concept in this day and age. Even through technology, let's properly connect with one another and show emotion and be there for one another. Yes, if you would like a personal reading, if you'd like a more in-depth personal reading in whatever area of your life, do check me out. My email address is at the end of this video and below, and you can contact me directly and I'll send you all my services and price list. Until then, beautiful Sagittarians, you're hot to trot this March. I mean, lucky for some, eh? I hope you do fantastically. Many blessings and a lot of love to you. Have a fantastic March, and I'll see you in April. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.